Hey everyone, this is Austin, and welcome back to another Shield Hero video. And I know I'm doing this after the anime is over. It's for more to kind of remember how stupid people were with the series and how some of them just didn't quite, understand it because they're quite simple people. And sometimes, simple people need simple things to watch, and I guess that's why certain animes are really popular. I mean, you can't have a complex story that people understand all the time. I understand that, but this one wasn't really that complex. But as I said, people just don't want to watch it. But anyways, the first video, I'm probably going to do another series, like more videos on this, but the first one I want to focus on, like the Raphtalia kind of aspect, and I am going to try to tiptoe around certain words for the simple fact that YouTube isn't so kind, and I'm waiting for that 1 minute marker that everyone loves. But anyways, continue on. So I'm going to read through these. I'm not going to put them on here because I don't, how do I put it? I don't want people to attack these people. I just want to pick apart their thing, and I want to do it in a funny fashion, and if they get insulted, oh well. I mean, you're making this, you're putting it on the internet. What do you expect, kind of thing? But nonetheless, let's go through the first one. Every time I hear something about Shield Hero, it's like astonishing bad. Like, oh, you thought having a 10-year-old girl who's got purchased as a slave by a main character is completely in love with him and was distasteful. Learn how to spell. That's my first thing. And creepy. She's also got a shock collar around. What? Did you even watch the damn anime? What? What is this? Am I missing something? Did you watch a different anime than I did? A shock collar. What? She doesn't have a shock collar. If you actually watch the anime, instead of, just being outraged for no reason, she has a slave crest, and as you're going to see me bring up the fact that she had the opportunity to take it off. She could have walked free. But she put it back on for the sake of wanting to be trusted by Naofumi, the main character. And yes, it makes him seem like a bad person, but you got to understand, this man was betrayed by a girl that he thought he could trust. And he had everything taken away from him. And, yeah. And a 10-year-old girl. Okay, how many times I'm going to have to go through this? Is she human? No. She is 10 years in human years. I understand where people are coming from that. She's not 10 years old. Well, she's not 10 years in demi-human, because she's not a she's not a human, she's a demi-human, and demi-humans grow at a different pace, and I just don't understand how people keep avoiding the subject and still refusing to actually watch the anime as it is, because it tells you in the anime too that demi-humans grow at a different pace. They mature differently, and that's why they get married early. And even in the light novel, they get married early because they have to level up, and when they level up, they change their appearance and they slowly get older. There's a certain plateau, of course, at a certain level they don't really grow in. At a certain point, they do start aging as like a normal human bee, but they can increase their appearance and ability and their maturity and everything else through leveling up. And I don't understand how people keep missing this in the anime. It was in the anime. It was explained in the anime. For the love of God, just pay attention to the anime. What do I have to do, But this right here, this is what I'm talking about. People, this is obvious a person that doesn't watch the anime. And, I mean, we had content creators, especially a certain one I do not like, kind of watch it and just not understand what's going on. And I'm going to be honest, if you do not like an anime, don't watch it because you're going to complain. And if you're going to complain and not watch it, don't complain. That's the entire point. Go back to watching My Hero. I know My Hero won't insult you, but somehow it will, because apparently you can't understand something simple. But going on to another little rant I'm going to read for you guys. I'm going to summarize actually the first one. Basically that the heroes do everything for free, but get, they screw up, and Naofumi has to, earn money. And two things right then and there. No, the heroes actually do it for money. If you pay attention, they do it all the time. I mean, didn't we have Itsuki go to Naofumi, how dare you steal my money? They don't do it for free. They do it for money. And Naofumi does it, but he does it at I'm going to be honest, probably a quite reasonable price over the other heroes, because the other really heroes are just fooling themselves. And it's just, he's supposed to be default better than them? Yes, because, he's going through the roughness. He doesn't get the treatment of being royally protected. I mean, the other heroes get paid for the ways, while Naofumi gets bread at most at that point. But I love they go to another one of he physically and emotionally abuses Raphtalia on top of supporting the slave trade, but he was going to die either way. And basically he's talking about how Raphtalia was forced to overcome her fears. That's what he's going on about, and let's break this apart and try to explain this in that language. Basically, I haven't really watched it. I don't care to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I just want to feel enraged because I have nothing better to do in my life because my mommy and daddy don't love me and don't pay attention to me. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. But nonetheless, physically and mentally abusing Raphtalia. Really, didn't he say to Raphtalia, "Hey, you can run. Go ahead. I'll die for you. I'll do it." He was willing to die for her so she can live. But I don't understand where this whole thing of he forced her to do it. No, he gave her the opportunity, and Raphtalia saw that she needed to get over her fear to survive in this world. And as I said, it gives us this aspect of this anime that this isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This is a gritty anime. This is how the real world is. If you refuse to survive by the world how it is, you're going to get eaten up. You're good as dead. And that's kind of what Naofumi kind of was telling us in a roundabout way. It bothers me. And continuing on that, how he talks about how Naofumi kind of made Raphtalia have to get stronger, and it's just how he's supposed to, he's exploiting her weakness and kind of thing of abusing her. I'm trying to think where he abuses her. I don't know. If anything, Raphtalia light novel has almost killed this guy over little jokes, and it bothers me. And people, I see a lot of them say, "Oh, he enslaved her and made light of the situation." No, you're going to see him later on, especially with Atla. He will get slaves that do not look like they're going to make it through to save them, to make sure they have a good life. And I don't get where this is coming from, that people are getting so enraged about that, because most of the time, if you don't know, we had a contrast, and you're going to hear it even in a light novel, that these demi-human slaves are going to be bought just to be abused. Naofumi doesn't beat Raphtalia up. He doesn't. I don't know where people are coming with that. But continuing on with a couple others, I didn't even watch the show. From what I see on Facebook and Twitter, Raphtalia, she was kind of almost, wish she was a, slave, that kind of slave. And as I said, watch it. That's all I gotta say. Just watch it. But another person complains about how this kind of makes fun of slavery, and Death March was kind of a lot better than this. And the thing that I want to go on about is the fact that apparently we're allowed to have Ancient Magnus bride, where Chise is a slave, and everyone forgets about that. Because, she's treated nicely, just like Raphtalia, but this is bad because man gets accused of falsely sexually assaulting someone, and he, that stuff does happen, but people don't want to believe it, and that's going to be in the next video about that. But what mumbo jumbo are you on? What drugs are you on? I need some to deal with this kind of stuff. I'm slowly getting, my brain's rotting from the stupidity I'm hearing here. But it's all because he's a guy, and I don't what the difference is. Chise was bought as a slave to marry a guy, where Raphtalia was bought just to defend a guy. She was bought as a bodyguard in a sense. But everyone's going to overlook Chise from the Ancient Magnus bride about her slavery of being bought to be married to a guy. But Raphtalia is the problem here. Okay, double standards over here, really showing over here. I don't get where people are coming from with this, because they defend Ancient Magnus bride so much. And the thing is, I don't get is Raphtalia is a strong person. She gets her revenge on the person that did it. You don't get to see that often. Does Chise go and kill, the guy? No, she doesn't. She just gets stronger. That doesn't happen. Does she get revenge on people? No, she doesn't. She goes. I don't want to say it because I'm going to avoid that one. That one I know I'll piss people off, because I'm here to just make fun of people. I'm getting aggravated as we're going. But anyways, next one. Okay, so we all know that the Shield Hero guy literally owns slaves and is openly said to be a major asset to the slavery economy. So on that note, what do the bad guys even do in the series? I mean, they must just be pretty awful if they allow this guy to call himself a hero. watch this series. Honestly, it seems that people that are complaining and trying to bash on the series do refuse to watch it. And on my anime list, I see the whole, oh, he's helping the slave economy. No, you find out later on that it's not actually him. He later on will go and try to buy slaves to save them, as I keep stressing. And in the anime, yes, he may say that he's a major asset. I just don't get what this whole slavery thing. This stuff goes on to this day, but no one talks about that for some reason. But when it's in a fictional story, it's bad. Like what? This stuff goes on in real life. If you don't believe me, go look at, like Africa still, in the Middle East. That stuff happens. Really. But since this is a fictional story, and for some reason you've refused to watch the thing thoroughly, or thoroughly, however you want to say that word, it's bad. Whose fault is it for you being an idiot? That's my question. You could educate yourself, as you tell other people to, but you don't. Who's the real bad guy here? It's sad that the true hero, goes out of his way to save people, while the other people, other heroes, just go out of the way just to gain the money and game the system, just to have the cool flashy stuff. But the guy that goes around saving people during the wave, he's a real bad person. Okay. With that kind of thinking, I kind of makes sense of why this world is the way it is. But I am so sorry for going on a little tangent about this stuff. It gets me really irritated, because this is the only series I've seen that, Naofumi goes out of his way, or the main character that gets a slave goes out of his way, saves the slave, heals them, and the slave gets revenge. You don't see that happening. I just don't get why people don't just shut up and watch the damn anime. That's my new phrase. I'm going to have it on a shirt. Shut up and watch the anime. Hey, one day we'll have merch. That'll be a pretty cool shirt. But nonetheless, I'm sorry for going on a little tangent here, but what do you think about the salt of this series? And it's stupid. It really is that these people are complaining when they don't understand something, when they can go and put time into understanding something, and they don't watch the series. That's the main thing. I don't know why they think they have the right to complain when you don't watch it. If you didn't like the first episode, just shut up and go. Move on with your life. You want to complain about the series? I don't know what to tell you. Just go in a corner, go look in a mirror, complain about how your life is a horrible thing because you have nothing else to do in your life. And if you enjoy the series, go ahead. If you feel that you don't understand the series, read up on it. I can't stress that enough. I know some YouTubers refuse to read the manga because for some reason they don't have the brain capacity to understand a story, but ReZero is better than it somehow. I'm going to leave you with that one. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you had a good laugh out of this one. I'm going to have to go and sit myself in a ice bath after this. Their salt is transitioning over to me, and I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Alright, on that note, thank you guys for watching this. Share the video if you want to. I don't really stress people to, I guess, share it. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. I mean, you should, though. Look. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm being like Naofumi. I'm mentally abusing you guys. Sorry, I had to. It was just, people are stupid. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later, and hope you have a wonderful day. This is Austin, signing out. Peace.